And we're live.
I forgot my tall shoes, so
You can't see the
I
stool,
have
folks.
The stool, but that's too tall.
No, it's really
That
not.
feels
It's really not. Look,
That feels really weird.
you pull up Facebook over there. I want to see if you can see it over there.
Let's see what it looks like. Hi, it's Friday.
Yeah, my turn to get on a stool. Did you guys see her hop up? Did you see that height difference?
Oh, there we
There
go.
There it is.
Let's go right about here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's when we sit down, now you can tell the leg difference here. Because when we sit down, look at that. You want me to squat?
Gosh, darn it. Sorry. My phone is still going.
Pull it up and just turn the volume off. There you go. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hi. Here we
What's
are.
Today's topic?
You don't know?
I know it is. It's rent.
You're the one who said it.
Rent versus buy for buyers. Because we did rent versus
lease versus sell a few weeks ago. Sorry, we're trying to keep it 2 weeks, everybody, and that is proving to be difficult.
It's
in
busy.
This market. It's busy. It's busy. It's busy. As we are in Teresa's new listing in Northwest Austin, I'm going to try and
professional photos are coming soon. Yes, the backyard is fabulous.
Look at that pool table there.
We are standing in front of the kitchen. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it level. Sorry, everybody. Look at that kitchen.
Nice extended kitchen. So they did an addition in 2004 that added about 1,600 square feet.
Yeah.
The original home had 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and now with the addition, it has 6 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Which
don't mind my horrible painting, by the way. I'm literally doing that on a stand that's meant to be stagnant, not move around. There's no gimbal on that one. Yeah. So they expanded it to what?
It's over 4,300 square feet now. There's a dedicated gym off of the garage, a half bath utility room, and then 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs.
Yeah, never mind. So, I'm buying it. It's not available.
Hey, yes, it is. It's available.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, what's the price?
1.2 million.
For 4,300 square feet.
4,300 square feet.
In Northwest Austin.
In Northwest Austin. We are
feeds into Westwood High School.
And we are a block from Kathy Caraway and Elementary.
Yeah.
There is a city park also up the street with tennis courts and a track.
And lots of deer.
Lots of deer.
Yeah.
And then you're really close to Canyon Vista Middle School. And of course, like you said, Westwood High School. Yeah. Great house.
And like seconds from the Apple campus and the Domain.
Minutes, but yes.
Okay, I'm exaggerating.
And Great Hills. So it's real convenient actually to all employers, because I know people in this area work for Tesla, Samsung, Dell, and Apple. So it's convenient to get downtown. Also, it's only when I make the drive, or when people make the drive from here, 30 minutes to downtown, even during rush hour most of the time.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because only so many cars can get in front of you. So
that's not bad.
Great location, great house.
That's great.
Yep.
And it's, when you walk to work here, when you go to work, it's walking. Like, it's kind of like Toy Story 2. I can't believe I have to go to work all the way to work on a Saturday.
The commute.
Yeah, the commute.
Right.
It's 2 doors up. Nice.
All right, to get on to our topic.
Yeah, I think you need to stand up. They may not be able to see you.
I keep checking. Here.
Or here, I'll sit down.
Okay, that's better.
I'll sit down.
Probably
there we
better.
Go.
There we go.
There we go. That's
and look, you can tell the weather's a little humid today because my hair is.
Well, yeah, you can see through the window there that the weather's a little humid. Yeah.
Right, but it's the hair keeps flipping. Anyway, okay, so
hope you don't mind the echo. By the way, I wasn't able to get the mic connected. I did not bring my adapter.
It's okay.
Yeah. That's still high, so we're gonna drop that down a little bit more.
Quite interesting. Came up on my Facebook memories today.
Yeah.
Was an article by,
here, I'll show that one.
Yeah. It says self-made millionaire not buying a home is the single biggest millennial mistake.
Let's get through that. Yeah.
Now, what I think is interesting about that is there are many factors that come into people buying a house.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about rent versus buy, of course. Now, it's all about the motivation.
Right.
The motivation, if you know you're not staying somewhere for a long period of time, perhaps, then maybe renting is a better idea.
Yes.
Do it smart, right?
Right.
The other side of that coin is that if you know you're going to stay somewhere for about 5 to 7 years, the likelihood is you are going to perhaps make some money and not lose money.
Yes.
Right.
Again, we go back to your personal financials,
right,
which we talked about last time.
Yes.
Which is part of the reason why it was so short. We are not financial planners.
Right.
We are not professional financial advisors.
Right.
However, we do have the experience in the market to be able to tell you, like she just said, how long are you going to be here? We can do some pretty quick basic math to see whether or not there is a benefit.
Well, and one of the things that I really like this point is that the average homeowner to this day is 38 times wealthier than a renter.
So that was right here in the article.
Right.
The average homeowner today is 38 times wealthier. There you go.
And I think, and again, it's one of those, what I keep thinking in my head about this is manage expectations.
Yeah.
You're likely not buying your dream home. However, getting into the market means that you are getting into the market. And as we've said in the Austin area, year over year, the average is about a 6% or so increase year over year.
Yeah, it does average between 4 to 6%.
Right.
Now, if you're looking at the last couple of years that we just had, right, you had the crazy appreciation of 10%, 15%. So within 2 years, there was 25% appreciation.
Right.
And now we're seeing prices come down a little bit. So that average had a little bit of a peak to it, and now we're coming off of that peak.
Right.
However, that's why we say if 5 years or more to get you through a peak and a valley,
right,
that it's going to average out to be 6% a year, to where you're at least, and I always say this, at least living free, so that when you sell the home, you get your equity back.
Right.
Now, I have a client that's buying right now.
Right.
They have been renting for the last 10 years.
Wow.
And the husband was afraid to get back into the buying again because he bought at the peak last time and sold at the valley 2 years later. Had he held on to the home just another 2 years, that would have been 4 years.
Right.
He would have broken even, basically would have lived there free. He would have gotten all of his money back.
Right.
So he was scared to get back into the purchasing market because he got burned by a peak last time. Totally makes sense. Now, if he would have held on to that home for the 10 years.
Right. Yeah.
He would have doubled his money.
Right.
Not only would he made would he have lived there for free,
right,
he would have doubled what he put into it.
And
I know that's 10 years.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And timing again has a lot to do with it. It's interesting because I think it was last year. I forgot, but I had some clients who they had like I said, managed expectations. They had an expectation that they were going to get their dream home.
Yes.
And because every time we looked at a home that they really loved and it was getting 50 to 100 over asking, we adjusted the price down, and they got a lovely home for a more reasonable price.
Yeah.
And so had they stayed at that upper level, they probably would have lost equity, whereas now it's maintained. So that's a lot of it too. When you're talking to first-time home buyers and stuff like that, which I know will be a topic next time on Facebook Live, is that manage your expectations. It's likely not your first home. It's likely you're going to move sometime in the next 5 to 7 years.
Absolutely.
And so remember all of that when you're thinking between renting versus buying. Now, numbers when it comes to that. Right.
I'm pulling up the Realtor.com mortgage calculator because it's really pretty.
It's really pretty.
It's really pretty.
It is very pretty.
So I pulled up the Circle C area in Southwest Austin, right? 78739. It's giving like the average or median home price, if you will, of $899,900. You know, that's 900,000. Doing 20% down of basically 180. 30-year fixed rate of 6.7. That's actually a little bit high as of yesterday. That was even like 6.34 yesterday. So that adjusts it a little bit. Homeowners insurance may be a little high. There is an HOA there. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'm going to make that like $50 a month.
Sure.
Right. So there's your home payment for a $900,000 home in Circle C, $66.98.
Right. Noting that it is property taxes are kind of what makes it go up.
Right. And that's in that area. Right. So now I adjusted it for a $700,000 home, $140,000 down. That is 20%. Same interest rate, same everything else. And now you're down to $52.21
per
month. Right. So,
one thing, let me make one, and we're not tax people, and you would want to talk to a tax person, but interest and property taxes are a tax deduction,
right?
Which none of rent is.
Right.
So
what there are some tax benefits.
Right. What I often tell clients is talk to a tax person and see what that is, because in a sense, you give yourself a little bit of a raise because you can adjust your deductions.
Exactly.
And get a little bit more money in your paycheck to offset those deductions.
Right.
Right.
And some of what we're looking at here, by the way, we kind of skipped over it, down payment. Right. Rent versus buy. I don't have $140,000 to put down on a house. Totally understand.
Right.
There's a great example as to why you might need to rent instead of buy right now. Save up some of those funds, right? This is just an example of what you can see in the area.
And you can also get loans for with less down payment, but of course, then your payment goes up. Right.
And here's the other example that I'm trying to get at. Let me see if I can pull up this listing here to show you. Hopefully that came up. Nope, here we go. Showing screen. Let me get rid of this. Look at this. This is a home in that area that's for rent for $3,500 a month. Now, again, I know that's not $5,200 a month in the payment that we were looking at, but $3,500 a month times 12 is how much?
Oh, you're going to ask me to do rent.
36,
30, over 3,600. I mean, over 36,000 plus
$36,000.
Actually, half. Yeah, that's a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
You're asking me to do math fast. You said 3,500 times 12.
$42,000 a year. Now multiply that by 5.
Ooh. Yeah.
You just gave somebody else $210,000.
And it's paying their mortgage instead of yours. With some creative things that we are seeing in the market today is if the interest rate is concerning you, asking sellers to help buy down the rate, which is a definite option today.
Yes.
Because it's not quite as crazy as last year or the year before.
Yeah.
Sellers are willing to negotiate a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. There are options there.
Right.
That's the point. This is where we're just throwing some numbers out to do the math. So and I've known this for years, but it really hit me hard when I had a tenant once that was upset about a home being shown, a lease that I had being shown without his permission.
Right.
And he said, I've put over $100,000 into this house. And I feel like I have some rights to blah, 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 fill in the blank. And it hit me. You've been renting this home for so long that you put $100,000 into somebody else's house. Now, I'm not judging the guy. That may have been his only option.
Right.
But at the same point, that kind of started making me think, $100,000. At what point do you really start putting into your own home?
Right.
And then keep in mind, we have plenty of people coming here that they know they're here for maybe 2 years, maybe. So they're only going to be here temporarily. Financially, it does not make sense for them. Well, great. Then let's get you into a lease. There is a lease option for you. We've got some great properties for lease as well.
Yes, we do.
All over Austin, including Central Austin, North Austin, Round Rock, Hutto area. And we got some other leases coming.
Yep.
So we represent leases for our investors. Nothing wrong with giving money to our investors, but at the same point, at some point, why not put it in your own pocket?
Right.
So that's where you have to judge. At what point does it make more financial sense for you to just go ahead and buy a home?
Right.
If you know you're going to be here for a while, my opinion, if you can't buy a home immediately, let's find you a lease in the area that you're going to consider moving to anyways, and then start stockpiling money so that you can buy.
Right.
We have people do that all the time.
Right.
We have transferees that come here for various companies that I'm not sure how long I'm going to be there. Plus, I want to get familiar with the area. That's the other thing.
That's a really big one.
You're not sure where you want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, as we know, in a lot of the neighborhoods, because Austin grew rather quickly, you have the same builders building in different neighborhoods. And so it really is about finding your lifestyle and the neighborhood feel that you prefer.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing the same house over and over.
Yes.
Which we know. But it is really about choosing, are you going to be North Austin, South Austin, West or East?
Central.
And want to avoid commutes a lot.
Correct.
So
Correct.
So
that's the lifestyle part of what we do.
right.
It's amazing to me how many times we're searching for homes for people for rent or for buy.
Right.
And it's amazing how much they're thinking bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and price. And we're thinking that plus. We're thinking,
I like that. Yeah.
Where do you need to be in proximity to work, to schools? If you have kids, the lifestyle that you want to lead. I've often asked clients that are moving here, hey, what did you love about the area you're moving from?
Yes.
Let's see if we can give you the Austin version of that. I had some people that moved from Colorado and they love going on hikes.
Okay.
So I got them as close to trails as I possibly could.
Right.
And there are a ton of trails on the west side of Austin.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So there's other things to consider. And yes, your budget may take you out of those areas quickly, but it's worth exploring that up front.
Right.
A lot of people think about buying, like leasing an apartment. Let's do this quick.
Right.
And same thing with leasing. Let's just do this quick. Hey, let's talk about what you're looking for.
Because at the end of the day, of course, we want our clients to be happy.
Renting or buying,
yes. Happy with your choice and not have buyer's or renter's remorse at the end of the day. So bottom line, it's about lifestyle.
Yes.
It's about your budget, your expectations.
Yes. It's your needs assessment. It's your needs analysis. That's needs, wants, and daydreams. Man, if we can get to the wants and daydreams, we're pretty excited too. Right. So, it's going through that list. And then instead of feeling like you've got to go see 50 homes, go see 5 and rent one or buy one. Because by the time we're done shopping for you, that's the other thing. We're shopping for you. We're going to send you the homes that meet those needs, wants, and daydreams criteria that, hey, we don't need to go see these 10, 20 homes. Here's the 5 that really meet what you're looking for. Area, lifestyle. Yeah.
And you can put an offer on one and keep looking if you need to for a little bit. So, but I've had many times clients walk into a house and they really like it. They don't want to put an offer. A few days later, it goes under contract.
Yeah.
And they keep every house they look at compared to that one that they loved.
So ironically, I'm literally doing this today for a tenant. I placed them in a home in Gerald a year and a half ago. They're not loving the location for themselves. And I'm now today helping them shop for another location a little closer in. They do want to buy soon, but they're stockpiling money to do it. Right. So we're looking to get them a little bit closer in. They're really liking Leander, Cedar Park, Round Rock area. I've been sending them homes. Okay. And today there's 2 very promising ones that they want to go see out of multiple ones they've been getting from me. Nice. So we're not going to go see 10. We're going to go see 2 really promising homes and likely apply for one that they really love.
High five. Yeah. So in closing,
fingers crossed, it's not done yet.
So bottom line,
look at your financials. Get ready to crunch some numbers.
Reach out to us. We love to help do the needs assessment to help make the decisions between renting or buying as a buyer. Yeah. And last plug for the listing.
No.
Yes.
No.
Great cul-de-sac lot.
Yes.
It's almost about a 0.4% of an acre, 6 bedrooms, 3.5 baths.
That's huge.
Yes, it is. Huge gourmet kitchen. As you can see from the backyard, a nice large backyard with large trees.
That is
lovely playhouse.
That is not ugly.
It's a great house
area over there.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice and big. Sorry, Chuck. So, you usually will hear these rare finds, or you'll see that on the sign, rare find. This is really a rare find for this area. 6 bedrooms. That is not common.
Nope.
That is not common.
Plus, at least in this section of the neighborhood. Right.
Well, we can go to Great Hills. That's 2 seconds behind us, and good luck finding 6 bedrooms there, unless it's 10,000 square feet and a couple $1 million, right? So a rare find that, is definitely worth a look and offer.
So if you're a possible tenant, a buyer, or just need some information, which property taxes are coming up, I forgot to mention.
Yeah, that's the last thing we got to talk about. Yeah. Quick second.
Well, quick second
about time to protest those property taxes.
You should be getting your property tax bill.
Yeah.
Do not be surprised if your value goes down.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Again, property tax appraisal value and market value are often different.
That's right.
And it's always good.
The counties are going to use the term market value, though. That's their market value. That's what they see the home being worth. That's different.
Any questions about any of this stuff that we've talked about today, send email to info@theottgroup.com or call
512-222-6881
and leave a message.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channels where you can get these updates regularly, these videos regularly. You get notification of these videos. Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Bye.